Naval Canton Cougars are now 2-0 after a 32-14 win over the Houston Hurricanes last Friday night. Head coach Paul Tollefsrud joining us. And coach, what were your takeaways from last Friday?
It was a great game. Very excited time. With Steam Engine Days going on, our kids came ready to play. They showed up and had a really good night. We started out fast, ending up scoring 20 unanswered points in the first half. Kind of at the end of the second quarter and then into the first part of the third quarter, we kind of had a little down with the energy and Houston was able to get a couple touchdowns in that time, and then at the end of the game, ended up controlling the clock and coming out with a couple more touchdowns and the win in the end.
I know in week number one, you talked about a little bit of a slow start for your team. Was there a focus on getting off to a better start this week?
I think there was a just, with Steamage Days going on and Houston just taking it to us the last time we played them, and it was on Steamage Days 2 years ago. I think they just were, they were ready and fueled to start out hot and to have a good night.
Looking at the recaps of your games through these first couple of weeks, we talked about the fact that you had an experienced team coming back, and seemingly your experienced guys have kind of picked up where they left off in years past. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it's very fair. We have great kids and kids that that have a lot of experience, and they're working hard in practice. They're taking ownership in their play, and coming up with ideas. And that's what you want. And especially with a veteran team, that they if they see something that they think is open, I'm all right to go with it. And it makes me look good when things really really looks really show their geez, when it really shows what they have come up with in a particular drive.
How do you get kids to the point where they're pretty good students of the game that they can do that and have the confidence to tell you, "Hey, coach, this is open," and all of a sudden it works?
Well, when they watch film is super important. And then as the game goes on, watching what the defensive end does or the backside linebacker or corner, you know, carry out their fakes and all that type of stuff. And when they do that and see that stuff, it's fun to have those opportunities.
And this week, back home once again, Lanesboro coming to town. What does this year's edition of the Burros bring to the table?
They're still kind of young. They're good running back, good quarterback. They have a lot of size, and they it's always physical football in Lanesboro. James does a really good job down there, and those kids are they work hard and are very physical, and they'll come out ready to play. I was kind of watching film last year, and they really did uh, you know. Um, control the line of scrimmage at the beginning of the game.
And when you look at it, it's probably a similar mindset to what you faced last week. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're always going to be a smaller team, but hopefully our quickness and our our motivation to succeed will take over.
All right, Coach. Hopefully, you can keep that positivity going and get a third victory this Friday night. Keep you guys healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Darren.
Paul Tollefsrud, head coach of the Mabel Canton Cougars, will try to go to 3-0 this week as Lanesboro comes to town.